If a customer wants a pickle, you give them a pickle, right?
Calvin Cocoa Puff.
Hell yeah.
If a customer wants a pickle, you give them a pickle, right?
If you want a pickle, you gotta give him a pickle, right?
You guys still there?
Baloney Nation.
Welcome, folks. Live here on Talkin Baloney. Jim Keezy and the big guy.
Hey, yo.
Hey.
You are decked out today. And with the perfect occasion.
Oh, yeah. It's all about a special moment in time.
We are talking about The Office today.
Yep.
We're talking about Scranton, Pennsylvania, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, Scranton, Pennsylvania. The only good thing ever to come out of Scranton, Pennsylvania
Is
The Office.
Yeah.
They didn't even want to film it there.
Yeah, so we got a lot to get to.
Oh, yeah.
This is our 27th episode.
27 episodes.
So we've officially crossed over into the second half of the first year.
Whoo.
Yeah.
You know, who would have thought? We're making all this money. You know, you start to, when you're winning all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, all this money coming in. It's like, hey, when do we stop?
When do we stop? I didn't know we started. So we're talking The Office. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk favorite moments.
Oh, yeah.
Favorite episodes, favorite characters.
Oh, yeah.
Later in the show, we're going to show we actually went to Scranton.
We did.
We've got a little tour of Scranton we're going to show you.
Yep.
And then later in Baloney Nation, we're going to put the Civil War to rest.
Yeah, it's time. It's time.
State of the Baloney Nation Address with Jim Deezy.
And I think it's overdue. We've let it go. We've let the Civil War go on too long.
Yeah. Too much hate, man.
Too much. Way too much.
Yeah.
There's so many good things going on out there right now. One, Krispy Kreme donuts.
How about those donuts?
Yeah,
you and Melly Mel's and I went to Scranton.
We did.
You picked up 3 dozen donuts?
They weren't all for me, folks.
Oh, no.
Most of them were.
I picked up 2 dozen, and they were all for me.
We did get 2 dozen of the glazed.
Yeah. The original glaze.
It's something about them.
Yeah.
They just melt. They melt in your mouth. They really do. And if you're looking for a quick way, folks, public service announcement, if you're looking for a quick way to give yourself diabetes, get yourself 2 dozen glazed donuts from Krispy Kreme. Guaranteed to put you in a coma.
So you had a good week.
I didn't even know if I woke up yet.
So talking The Office, right off the bat, your favorite part of The Office?
My favorite part of The Office is also my favorite character, Michael Scott.
Has to be.
Has to be. You know, I always loved the Jim and Pam storyline because there's a slow blooming romance there. I always compared it to my marriage, you know, how things slowly progressed over time. You know, hiccups in the middle here and there and maybe going their opposite directions. I could see that in life. But man, Michael Scott, he's the man that everybody wants to. I personally mirror his management style. Not so much anymore. But I used to.
So there was a time and a place where I think every manager you met was kind of like Michael Scott in some way.
Absolutely.
Lots of what you might call dad jokes.
Yeah, and you know what? To be honest with you, Michael Scott made being a manager kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, hey, if I walked into a place and said, I want to talk to the manager, and Michael Scott came out, I'd be like, oh, this is going to be fun.
I had a manager who used to do the "What's up?" every time he walked into a room. So those kind of characters are definitely out there.
I miss the days of, you know, as a manager being able to say, how's it hanging?
Well, let's talk about that briefly, because The Office wasn't that long ago. I think it ended in 2008.
I believe so, yeah.
And You can't do pretty much any of the stuff they did on the show anymore.
No, not at all. You can't bring cameras into the office. You can't bring recording equipment in the office. Apparently, that's all stuff that's frowned upon in the institution now.
But you look at an early episode, I always look at Diversity Day.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the first episodes of the first season.
One of the best.
Yeah, a great episode.
Let's celebrate it.
You can't do that.
You can't do that no more. No. You pretty much can't do anything except your job anymore. Work's not fun anymore, people. We're all about trying to bring back the movement to make work fun again.
That's right. Find a way to have laughs at work.
Yeah.
Maybe without the racism. And
or the offensiveness, or sexual harassment. And listen, you don't have to go that far.
Right. We need a new punchline that's similar to That's What She Said, but isn't sexual in nature. That's our quest for Baloney Nation. If you have an idea for a punchline that's as good as That's What She Said, without any kind of connotations to it.
That's what she wants? Nope. I can't do that one. No. That's what we want together.
Well, it's certainly funny.
No. You really can't say anything anymore. It's just gotten to a point now where it's like, hey, I just said, you asked me what my name was. I told you my name, and now you're calling HR. What the hell's going on?
Well, Jim Deezy, that is kind of risque.
It is. But it's who I am. If you don't like it, get out.
Classic.
Yeah.
So another favorite part for me would be the kind of realistic, especially in the early seasons, that really felt like an office workplace.
Oh, yeah.
The characters, the way people interacted.
Storytelling at its finest. Like, you could see yourself going into that office every day and knowing you're going to have the one or two real close office friends that you're going to kick it with throughout the day.
Yeah.
You know there's always going to be an office romance going on at some point, maybe one or two, maybe three, or one or two, or the third one you don't know about yet.
And there's going to be characters like Stanley, who kind of just works on crossword puzzles all day.
Yeah.
And there's characters like Dwight, who just annoy the hell out of you.
Who kiss everyone's beep.
And they're just weird in ways that other people can't comprehend.
Yeah. But we have to comprehend them now.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying we do that here.
I just liked there was a, take away the structure, but there was a lot of fun going on. There was always something going on, and you learned a lot about everybody's individual character, and you knew, nothing was off limits. Like our show. Yeah. Nothing's off limits except politics and religion.
Just those
two. Anything else?
Topics.
Yeah. They're topics no one wants to talk about now anyway.
It's barely in anyone's thoughts.
No one talks politics and religion anymore. No. It's boring. Especially at work. You don't talk that either.
No. Speaking of Dwight, his character in the beginning had the long-running feud with Jim.
Yep.
Which was a lot of office pranks.
Loved it.
Which were some of the best parts of the show.
Oh, yeah. Listen, when he used to do the dress up as Dwight, or he used to put the different sounds up in the phones, no, that was actually the other guy. But listen, those two had a thing that was almost like an office romance at one point. Because they were just nonsense. It was like what you watched the show for.
Yeah.
To see what they were going to do next.
The putting his stapler in a Jell-O mold, yes. Moving his office desk, everything into the bathroom.
All stuff you can't do anymore. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Put everybody's stapler at work in a Jell-O mold. See how that would go over the HR tomorrow.
Now, if you had to pick a favorite episode or episodes, where would you go with that?
One of my favorite episodes was probably one of the sadder episodes is when Michael Scott left the show.
Okay. Yeah, that was a sad one.
It was a sad one. It was one of my favorite episodes, too, because there was you saw the more human side of Michael Scott, not just a prankster. But listen, the show that they did where Meredith got hit by his car, where he ran Meredith over and they did the rabies show.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite episodes of all time. When he was carving up and eating the whole big bowl of pasta. I got a carb load before this run. Because that's something I would do. And then I'd puke everywhere.
When he said, I have never eaten more pasta.
Yeah, great show. Great show.
One of my favorite episodes was, I believe it was called Dinner Party, where Michael and Jan Levison Gould invited Jim and Pam and Dwight over to Michael's condo.
I remember this episode. She's nuts, too.
She is nuts. Which you wonder how Michael got, like, an attractive woman. Well, she's crazy.
Yeah, she's crazy. Bat crazy.
Now, they've actually said that outtakes and deleted scenes, which are abundant on YouTube and on the DVDs, they're actually part of the show. So like you can enjoy them and think of them as part of the show. The outtakes and deleted scenes from that episode are incredible. The way Michael introduces his LED TV, his flat screen, and it's like 7 inches.
Yes. Listen, everything about this show, even the storytelling part of it, if you're not paying attention to the show, you can miss things like when Michael burned his foot on the George Foreman grill, and then later on, episodes later, they're cooking steaks on a George Foreman. He's like, "Is that the one you burned your foot on?" He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "For like, come on."
Oh yeah, they had so they had the recurring storylines. You mentioned the Jim and Pam relationship.
Yep.
There was the Scranton Strangler.
Oh yeah.
There was lots of things that carried over episode to episode, which I think has made the show so popular on Netflix.
Dwight having his little office romance.
Dwight and Angela.
Angela, yeah.
And then Andy gets involved.
Yep. Andy, awesome character as well.
Yeah.
Reminds me a lot of my brother, Mad Dog, being very aggressive, being very like...
You saying he has anger issues?
Anger issues. Yeah, that kind of thing. Always wants to win, has to be first, that kind of thing.
Well, luckily he doesn't watch the podcast anymore, so...
Tune it in. It's on every Sunday. You got the Vance's refrigeration.
Oh,
reoccurs pretty much every episode.
Yeah. Talk about great moments in the show. I always think of when Roy came after Jim and like Dwight pounced into action with his
Dwight just surprised you all the time. He always had some kind of skill that no one else would ever have or want, for that matter. That's what made his character so likable.
Yeah.
He was annoying, but I always want to see what he was going to do next. The fact that he drove around an old Camaro. Awesome.
So you can't talk about The Office without talking about post Michael Scott.
Yes.
There was a kind of a big decline in quality.
Yeah. I'm a big Will Ferrell fan.
Yeah.
Love Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
One of my favorite comedians on the movie screen. But he had more of the crazier kind of, more scripted crazy, right, I think, than Michael Scott. Michael Scott was more natural in the character. Will Ferrell, you already knew he was crazy from Saturday Night Live. So anything he did, I was waiting for him to bust out with some kind of character from Saturday Night Live, but on every episode, and it never happened.
Yeah. Well, I think they lost that realism from early on, and it became just kind of a regular TV show.
Yeah.
And a lot of stunt casting with every new manager had to be a bigger name. And James Spader and Idris Elba.
James Spader's character, I don't know what it is about him. You go back to his movies that he did in like the 80s and 90s, but his character in The Office, Robert California, was borderline psychotic.
Yes. It was a great character.
Great character.
I just don't know if it fit.
It just wasn't funny.
It didn't fit the kind of show I wanted to watch, which was Office Season 3 and Season 4. Yeah. I wanted that show to continue. His
character was psychotic, not really funny. You're just kind of like, man,
right,
can he get any stranger? And then they brought in Mr. Serious, Idris Elba.
Yeah.
And they like the funniness left the room, I think, at that point. That's just my take.
And Andy, who was a great character, the Nard Dog.
The Nardo.
He was a great character, and then he went crazy
Yep.
with Robert California, and it just got kind of a mess at the end.
And then you bring the lady from Misery.
Yeah. Again, and she didn't really have anything to do.
No.
She was just a big name they could throw in.
Big name, 2 gigantic dogs, or 3 giant, whatever, how many dogs there were. Yeah. I don't know. The Office lost a lot when Michael Scott left.
Yeah. And they also had changes in the creative. The 2 main creators left to do Parks and Recreation, great show as well.
Great show as well.
And the creative team left behind was mostly Toby. A lot of people don't know Toby was a writer, director, and showrunner.
And wasn't Mindy?
Mindy Kaling.
Yep, she was also a writer too.
BJ Novak were also writers.
Also a couple on the show.
Yeah.
Crazy couple. Code 5 Klinger couple.
So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to see our trip to Scranton.
Ooh, folks, you don't want to miss this.
And
we're going to expose some things too here.
Yeah.
It's going to be eye-opening.
Was it the trip we expected?
No, not at all. I was shocked. That's all I'm going to say. And we'll talk about it when we come back. Stay tuned. So we're reviewing Scranton, Pennsylvania, a little office look back, so to speak, while eating Krispy Kreme donuts.
We came down here just for
Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah. But while we're here,
we're going to do a little office sightseeing while we're here. But we really came for the donuts. The original since 1937. What? Did they already eat 2? Bastards. So, folks, the only way to eat a Krispy Kreme donut is large bites. You have to take in the glaze, the texture of the donut. There's an intense flavor here. Oh. You may need to sit down, too.
Get a little weak in the knees.
And just take it in for a minute. Oh, you can see that. But, oh, delicious. Delicious. Wonderful flavor. Just take it in. You can feel the sugar hitting your arteries almost immediately. So, had a A&W root beer shake on the way to Krispy Kreme.
Can I get 2 large root beer floats, please? We have a fan watching us right now. This is one of our many fans. This is actually from Kentucky. Oh my dear God. Oh.
I don't know how it would taste with.
Oh, wow. What the heck? Can't wait to wash down this A&W root beer float with a Krispy Kreme donut.
Hell yeah.
Prior to that, I needed the A&W shake to wash down the 2 slices of Pudgy's pizza.
The the cheese, the way it meets the pepperoni, the way it's coagulated with the sauce.
Oh, I love good coagulation.
Sauce just dripping right out of the... Look at that. Delicious. Delicious goodness.
Oh, is that too much sauce for you, or that's good? That's a good amount.
Just right. I'm not a big sauce fan, but, you know, I do understand that the way I'm folding it, trying to eat it like a New Yorker, this will tide me right over till we get to Krispy Kreme.
This is the office trip everybody should take. Folks, that right there is a Krispy Kreme donut. If you still have it in your hand after 2 minutes, you're not doing something right. So this is the Veterans Memorial Plaza. Really have no idea, other than I know it's a memorial plaza. Yeah, so that's Columbus right there.
Yeah.
We're going that way. Which way do we gotta go? So we're taking a trip down Steamtown Mall right now. We're actually walking through to take in the sights of Scranton, Pennsylvania. Who would ever thought? Look at that coffee pot.
Those are cool.
What? Check that out. That's an old school retro coffee pot.
It's a smeg.
It's a smeg pot. We need that for Jimbo Joe's coffee.
Yeah.
We use smeg pots. The Electric City sign, the clock tower, all featured on the Office TV show. Will now be featured on Talkin Baloney as well. We might have a new introduction.
So it's a little bigger exposure for them.
A little bigger exposure. There's no cars.
You have to follow the rules. It's great and it's a stop.
All right. So we're gonna see. We're following. See, that's what I'm saying right there. You stopped me from crossing the street.
You were almost going to run over.
Now I feel like we need to cross. They don't do jaywalking tickets anymore. Hey, look at that car. They got Wonder Woman window decals. Not for my car or anything like that. She is right behind me. We need to go to Whiskey Dick's. Whiskey Dick's. The name alone says we need to go there. Folks, traffic's a little heavy. Traffic alert right now. Sign saying it's not safe to cross. These dumbasses over there across the street in the dress and the white shirt don't seem to know that it's not safe. These folks here are using the crosswalk as a safety device. Man, there's more cops driving around Scranton than there is at the donut shop. It's crazy. We go to Krispy Kreme, not one cop. You walk outside of Krispy Kreme, everywhere.
There were a Polaroid camera and t-shirts in the building on it, and just sell the t-shirts for $5 for a Polaroid shot.
I'd buy one for 10.
All the I see people coming, taking pictures and all kinds of stuff. Sure, the camera's nice on your phone, but a Polaroid's forever.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Probably sure they wanted to sell us some meth. He was a good salesman, though. I probably would have bought some. I mean, he clearly has a business plan. Wildlife Center. Got your squirrels that aren't afraid of people. Clearly not afraid of people. Like, I mean, I've never been that close to a squirrel before. Hey, Mr. Squirrel. He's like, hey. And folks, oh, crikey, we're going to sneak in up on the little fella. Hey, Mr. Squirrel. Perhaps you could tell us where the Alfredo's pizza place is. No? Okay. Apparently doesn't want to talk today. Marketplace.
I think there's a parking area.
Well, I hope so. You got a Boscov's. Yeah, we should probably pay attention to the traffic. You'd think they'd have a Dunder Mifflin Welcome Center here.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, real crap town. And folks, we've been here for a while. We're having to search out the places on our own. Like, there's no tour guide. There's no.
1 mile, you're going to turn left on 7th Street.
All right, turn left on 7. That's my navigator, folks, talking.
I was going to say tour guide.
Or our tour guide.
350 feet. You're going to turn left on 7th Street.
We had to hire our own tour guide, okay, folks?
I give directions. I'm the navigator. I sexually harass people on accident. If a customer wants a pickle, you give them a pickle, right?
Yep. Looks like we're going deeper into suburbia.
You're going to turn left and 0.1 miles on Elm Street.
Every town's got an Elm Street. Just ask Freddy Krueger. All right, folks, we're turning left. We got the China Moon Takeout. We got the A&A Auto Sales.
Then we're going to turn left on Beach Street and 0.1 miles.
Alfredo's Pizza right there.
There's Alfredo's, but we're going to Port Richards.
Okay.
Thanks.
I see a bowling lane. There's not even a sign. Again, folks, this is the problem with the office tour. You can't find anything that's...
Port Richards Public.
So this is the street we're on right now. Let's just take a look here, folks. We got a truck stop merging with an empty backside of the plaza parking lot. Because
Is it on the side of the bowling alley?
I don't know. There's nothing here that would deem that there's a restaurant around here anywhere. Okay, let's drive around the front here.
Maybe.
Guy gave me a look that only somebody from Scranton could give you. Because he doesn't know where anything is. Just like the rest of us. Are we going in?
That's the only place that really advertised the office.
That's what I'm saying. Like, somebody died right there. There's a shrine. Probably looking at the sign. The Electric City. Wow. Hey! That way. Hello? Delicious. Welcome back, folks. You just myself, Jim Kesey, and the big guy. Hey.
Wow.
Yeah, that was some powerful stuff right there.
So that was our excursion to Scranton.
It was brief, folks.
Yeah. So as you can probably tell from the video, hard to find places.
Here's my take on the trip to Scranton.
All right, let's hear it.
You have a multi-million-dollar show, enterprise, so to speak, that made all this money for the networks. It's #1 show on Netflix right now. It's streamed. You can't figure out a way to capitalize on that.
100 million views on Netflix.
And if you were to go into Scranton, there is nothing in Scranton to tell, not a sign, nothing to tell you they have any relationship with the office whatsoever.
Right. We went or tried to find as many places as we could. Mm-hmm. We found Cooper's Seafood House.
The only place that mentioned the office.
And it was packed.
Yeah.
You could see, like, maybe they're benefiting from the association with the office.
So
Alfredo's Pizza is just in some plaza somewhere.
A run-down, beat-up plaza, to say the least.
Poor Richard's Pub, the place I wanted to go to the most, is in a bowling alley.
With no sign.
Not a single sign to say, here we are.
Nope.
As seen on The Office.
Nothing.
Now, we didn't go into Steamtown Mall.
No.
Apparently, there is some stuff there.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know from the outside of the mall because there's no sign saying, hey, come check out the office stuff.
No signs. Nor was there even any signs that said you were open.
Correct. Those signs for Verizon.
Oh, yeah. Verizon should. I think Scranton should be called Verizon, Pennsylvania.
And I was confused. Signs everywhere saying Steamtown. Signs everywhere saying Electric City. What is it?
We don't know. Is the Electric City made of electricity? We don't know. We don't even know. Why do you call it the Electric City?
Yeah, I don't know why they call it Steamtown.
Why do you call it Steamtown?
They
Why
should
do you call it
change the
Steamtown
name.
Mall? Why don't you call it the Verizon Mall?
Yeah.
I'm surprised Krispy Kreme isn't called Crispy Verizon.
So, I mean, the highlight of the trip was definitely the donuts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Scranton itself, glad we did it. No need to go again.
No need to ever go back to Scranton ever
Yeah.
again.
It is
There's
pouring rain.
pouring
right
rain
now.
outside right
As you
now.
can see behind me, it's the afternoon right
Yeah,
now.
and
it's dark.
Dark outside. Huh?
Yeah.
Kind of dark like Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. We're not dark enough.
They could use a good street washing, let's just say.
Yeah.
Listen,
in fairness, those guys weren't trying to sell us meth.
No,
They were
weren't.
trying to sell us Polaroids and a T-shirt that they didn't yet produce.
No. But, listen, the guy had a great sales pitch.
A Polaroid lasts forever?
Polaroids last forever. How can you go wrong with that? The fact that he knew what a Polaroid was.
Well,
Told me he wasn't homeless. Told me he was a street hustler.
maybe.
It's possible, folks. Yeah, not a lot going on in Scranton, Pennsylvania, folks. So if you're looking to take the office tour, don't do it.
Yeah.
Just keep watching it on Netflix or whatever streaming device it's on. Or
Here's what I recommend. Get in the car, drive to a Pudgy's,
Yep,
have some pizza.
there you go.
Drive a little further, get an A&W
A&W root beer float.
Drive a little further, get some Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yep,
Call it a day, head back home.
yep.
That's a great trip.
That's a great trip. Pretend like you never even heard of Scranton. You're only going there for the Krispy Kremes. That's it.
You know, the only thing I can think of that would be worse is if we went to Utica.
True. Or New Jersey.
Yeah.
If you want to smell like garbage, go to New Jersey.
Speaking of Baloney Nation, we've got a lot to cover.
Oh, we do.
We're going to come back with some more Baloney Nation messages.
Yep.
And the State of Baloney Nation Address.
Needs to happen.
We'll be right back.
Going to be awesome. We are back on Baloney Nation.
We're talking baloney.
We are seriously talking baloney. And a big, huge rainstorm is going through right now.
Yeah, it is a torrential downpour here in Rochester.
Pretty insane, actually. Not as insane and as dark as Scranton, Pennsylvania, but let's be honest.
Yeah.
And-
In the spirit of goodwill, we should
Yeah.
probably, take it easy on Scranton.
Yeah.
Obviously, they've been through a lot.
And you haven't learned. So, listen, I know I was a little tough in the last segment on Scranton, Pennsylvania. And go to Krispy Kreme, folks. Their donuts are to die for.
Yeah.
Literally, you'll die from them if you eat too many of them.
And if you're driving to Scranton to get Krispy Kreme, you can also stop in Clark Summit, Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah.
And get Krispy Kreme there and not go to Scranton.
And you can go to the Sheets right near the Krispy Kreme. And also, we forgot about one major point on the way back from our little excursion.
Yeah.
We were going to stop at a Waffle House. And guess what, folks? Closed.
Not permanently, just because
Closed.
of COVID.
Yeah, closed.
Yeah. What a disappointment.
F you, COVID. F you.
Now it's time to get serious about
Yeah.
finding a cure.
Yeah, come on now. We're shutting down Waffle Houses? Come on, it's an American staple. This is beyond unfortunate.
So we've had a full show,
Oh, we have.
and we've got a lot still to do because it's Baloney Nation time.
It is. It is.
585-484-1770.
Text in or call.
Voicemail. Let us know.
Hit us up.
Questions, comments, corrections. Well, maybe corrections.
Do you like Scranton? Do you not like Scranton?
Ooh.
We'd like to know.
Yeah. Tell us your favorite office stuff, too.
Yeah, we'd like to hear it.
So starting off, we've got a question for Jim Deezy.
Okay.
What's your favorite episode of Blossom?
The last one.
The last one?
The last one.
I didn't really watch Blossom, but I guess if I had to pick a favorite, it'd be the one where Joey Lawrence went, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one.
Nothing my love can't fix. That Joey Lawrence?
Well, you bring it back to music, I guess.
I did. I brought back some music. Whoa.
So, Fun Fact Fontaine.
Oh.
He's been a part of the show
He
for
has.
a few weeks in a row now.
He's got his own segment, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to show you. He's providing us his own intro.
Oh, well, here we go.
So, we'll take a listen. So, Fun Fact Fontaine writes, Tyler Cassidy is a rapper who became a YouTube sensation with the song The Baddest. He went by a different name at the time, but had to change it due to a legal threat from a major corporation. The name he went by, Krispy Kreme. Fun fact, fun fact.
What?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
I've never heard of him.
Me neither. I've heard of Krispy Kreme.
That I've heard of.
I've eaten Krispy Kreme.
You're wearing a hat.
I'm wearing a hat. It cost me $30 for Krispy Kreme.
Wow. That's a lot of donuts.
That's a lot of donuts. You buy another 24 donuts for that kind of money.
Yeah, so Fun Fact Fontaine, topical as always,
Right on point.
bringing us a Krispy Kreme update.
I like it. We need more of those. That's good. That's good knowledge right there, folks.
Now we have a couple comments about the Civil War.
Okay.
Now, we're going to read these, discuss it briefly, but the big thing is you've got the State of Baloney Nation
Yes.
coming up.
Yep. It's coming up, folks.
I think this war between Indiana and Virginia is a hoax. In fact, I know the person behind it. His name is Sam, and he lives in Kentucky.
Sam, I'll be addressing you shortly. That's all I can say.
Well, I think what's going on here, a lot of people believe conspiracy theories.
Ooh.
And it just seems like it's easier to come up with that kind of explanation than to believe that people are just so enamored with our show that they're fighting about it.
I think it's just that the show is very popular, and there's some jealousy there. And, we're going to put an end to it, folks. An end to it.
Well, our next one is about the Civil War, but it's kind of a compliment for us.
Okay.
Say what you want about Baloney Nation Civil War, but at least Talkin Baloney still believes in free speech. I commend you.
We do, folks. And without trying to sound, like we're breaking any rules, we do not discuss politics or religion on this show. Speak freely, no topic off limits, except politics and religion.
Right.
That's simple. We live by those rules.
You're free to say whatever you want.
Free to say whatever you want.
Just not political or religious.
Just not political or religion.
Yeah. Now, it's that time.
It is that time.
Are you ready?
Listen, we are ready. The nation is ready.
We're going to wrap up things here. We're going to send it out to a press conference.
Yep. We have a press conference ready, folks.
We got a podium set up.
Reporters are in the room already.
Yeah, they're waiting to hear the state of the Baloney Nation.
It's time.
All right.
Be ready.
And we'll see everyone back here next week for Talking Baloney.
Talkin Baloney. Going to be a good time, folks. Pay attention. There's a test after. Stay classy, Rochester.
Yeah. Keep talking. Rochester.
Welcome, Baloney Nation. I'm here to address the Civil War going on between Virginia and Indiana. Specifically, our Hoosier fans and our Roanoke, Virginia fans. Apparently, one thinks they're better than the other. Here at Talkin Baloney, we're all equals. We're all inclusive. We're all about the common goal of happiness and friendship amongst our fellow state people. Let's talk about this Civil War. It's trash. It needs to end today. No more fighting, no more talking bad about our fellow states. We love all of our fans. Our fans love us, and we're going to keep it that way. So going forward, no more negativity. It's all about happiness, friendship, and laughter. If you love the show, awesome. Keep on writing in. But if you don't like the show, keep on writing in anyway. We love to hear from you. But the Civil War ends today. Vote for Jim Deezy. All right, folks. We're going to take some questions from our fellow reporters that are here in the room today for this press conference. Let's see. I'm going to hand pick people that I know are only going to give me the correct answer. Melly Mells.
Hey!
Hey! Go right ahead. What's your question?
So, Mr. Deezy, you've been waffling back and forth over the smoothie issue, and I would just like to hear your final opinion.
Okay, next question. What I'd like to do is get somebody that's going to actually, who is going to agree with me that smoothies are, let's be honest, they're not coffee. I'm willing to revisit this issue down the road, Melly Mells. I see you have your hand up again. Go ahead, next question.
I'm not laughing. It's laughing out of anger because
Okay.
you do not have the authority to make that decision, Mr. Deezy.
Okay, apparently someone from the network did not have proper background security checks done before we let this person in the room. We're going to need to have them escorted out.
Is it true what you said about New Jersey?
New Jersey sucks. Next question.
When are we going to get more Butch merchandise?
More
Butch Man.
Butchman merchandise is coming to the website very soon. Next question. Let's talk about the smoothie issue. Apparently this is a pretty big issue. And I'm open to ideas on the smoothie. I'm not 100% sold that it's a bad idea. I'm maybe 80% sold it's a bad idea. I do like a good smoothie, as long as it has sugar in it. I'm willing to visit the smoothie issue at a later date, probably 2029.
Anything to say to all the winners out there?
Listen, we win on this show. It's what we do. We're all winners. We surround ourselves with winners every day. If you want to be a winner, talkinbaloney.com. You hit us up on our text line, write in, call in. We'll put you on we're not going to put you on the air. We don't want to do that. But we'll answer your question on the air. But be a winner, because that's what we do on this show. We win. All right, hold on. Let her through. Let's see what she has to say.
Here, it's a smoothie. Try it.
Okay. Anyway, so get her out of here. I thought we had security.